Is Fury Bowser the final boss in the Super Mario Galaxy movie? If you watched my last Mario Galaxy movie theory, you'll know I talked about Daisy's appearance and role in the movie as well as Rosalina's home. Now it's time for a new theory, and this time we're focusing on Bowser. I believe Fury Bowser will be the final boss of the movie, and here's why. It all comes down to this brush. This brush is the key. If we look at this scene, Bowser Jr. uses this brush to transform himself into his Wonder form. I think most people, including me, expected him to use the brush that he stole from Professor Egad or just use his assortment of giant weapons like the Boomsday machine. But this brush is different. It feels more chaotic and dangerous. From what I've seen, most people think it isn't the same brush that Egad created, but I think it could be. The real question is, what is this brush? And how did Bowser Jr. get his hands on it? I have a theory. In the concept art for the last movie, we saw that Bowser was originally going to ask Peach to the prom, but she rejected him and he was made fun of by the whole school. I believe the school element is still important, but not for Bowser and Peach. Instead, I think we'll either be shown or at least hear a mention of two students who attended this school long before the time of Mario, Luigi, Peach, or Bowser. One student was of science, one student was of magic. I'm talking about Egad and Kamek. I believe these two characters studied side by side at some point long ago. It fits a classic dynamic, one student devoted to making the world a better place and the other driven by a desire to obtain power. We know that Egad and Kamek are probably around the same age, so I think this could definitely be a possibility. Egad obviously went on to study ghosts, while Kamek went on to become the sorcerer of the Bowser family. Now, let's fast forward to when this movie takes place. I think that either before or during the events of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Professor Egad traveled around the world searching for new things to research, new discoveries he could use to fuel his experiments with ghosts. During his travels, I believe he came across the Flower Kingdom where he discovered a Wonder Flower. Fascinated by its power, he began studying and experimenting with it. Eventually, he began creating a powerful paintbrush capable of producing its own special energized paint, and he attempted to infuse the Wonder Flower's power into the paintbrush. But the energy became quickly unstable and dangerous. When some of the paint got on one of his experiments, it transformed into something chaotic and uncontrollable. Realizing the risks, Egad put the project on hold and shifted his focus to other inventions, likely beginning to work on the very first poltergust. After Bowser was shrunk by the mini mushroom, Kamek needed a way to try and free him, but he knew he couldn't do it alone, so he decided to go find the heir to the Koopa throne, Bowser Jr. Now, there was no mention of Bowser Jr. in the first movie, so we have no idea where he was. But if I had to guess, Bowser Jr. was likely hidden away in a secret Koopa location, being trained or protected while Bowser focused on invading the Mushroom Kingdom. This keeps him safe, explains his absence, and makes his eventual return as a powerful force logical. After Kamek reunites with Bowser Jr., they talk about needing weapons to take down the Mario Brothers. The weapons that the Koopas make are powerful, but not enough for the Mario Bros. They need something more dangerous and chaotic. That's when Kamek remembers his former college mate, Egad. They find his laboratory and try to force Egad to make weapons for the Koopas. Egad obviously refuses because he won't have his inventions used for evil. While ransacking the lab, Bowser Jr. discovers the brush and decides to test it. Cosmic paint spreads over him and he transforms into his Wonder form. Feeling an incredible rush of power, they realize the brush will be the perfect weapon. Bowser Jr. customizes it, replacing Egad's logo with his own. Then they take both the brush and Egad hostage. Bowser Jr. and Kamek then begin planning Bowser's rescue, but Jr. decides that simply ruling the Mushroom Kingdom isn't enough. He wants to expand the Koopa Empire far beyond it. He dreams of ruling the universe. The two hatch a plan: kidnap Peach's castle during the Star Festival and bring it to the very center of the universe. Bowser Jr. still needs more weapons for the rest of the Koopa army, so instead of relying on Professor Egad, he sets out to find someone else to fit that role. I'll dive into that in my next theory. Bowser Jr. and Kamek put their plan into action, launching an airship armada and even a UFO, which I believe Bowser Jr. is piloting in this scene. After kidnapping the castle, Bowser Jr. storms inside using his Koopa Clown car and Egad's brush in hand. He faces off against the Mario Brothers and defeats them with ease, knocking them back down to the Mushroom Kingdom. After their loss, Bowser and Bowser Jr. finally reunite. Since Bowser is still shrunken, they need to hurt him to make him grow back to normal. Kamek immediately jumps at the opportunity and smacks Bowser. Although they could just give him a super mushroom or use Kamek's magic, this is funnier. Once Bowser returns to his normal size, Jr. reveals his plan to his father. Bowser is incredibly proud of his son, and he loves the idea of universal domination. Now, after Jr. rescues Bowser, I'm not exactly sure what would happen next. I do not believe we will see Bowser being held captive for very long. After the rescue, I think the movie would shift its focus toward the other characters. Perhaps while Mario and Luigi are on their way to Tostarena, they stumble upon Professor Egad's abandoned lab. There, they find his notes and research uncovering the truth about the brush and possibly a way to stop it. Realizing the danger, they know they need to get this information to the princess as soon as possible. Fast forward to near the end of the movie, during the final battle against Bowser and Bowser Jr. Some of the cosmic paint either splashes onto Bowser by accident or Bowser intentionally paints himself. Either way, he transforms into Fury Bowser. Now, you're probably thinking, if the brush turned Bowser Jr. into Wonder Bowser Jr., shouldn't it turn Bowser into Wonder Bowser as well? If paint wasn't involved, then yes, Bowser transforming into the giant castle head would make perfect sense. But in my theory, Egad accidentally created something far more powerful. The Wonder Flower is already reality warping, unpredictable, and chaotic, and the paint from Super Mario Sunshine is mysterious and incredibly potent on its own. When Egad tried merging those two forces together, the mixture became unstable and dangerously transformative. Because of this fusion, the brush doesn't just alter appearances anymore, it brings out the strongest possible form of whoever uses it, and it reacts directly to their emotions. For Bowser Jr., that means becoming Wonder Bowser Jr., but for Bowser, the cosmic paint would merge with intense emotion, specifically rage. Bowser's fury acts like fuel, the reality warping wonder energy amplifies it, and the corrupted sunshine paint stabilizes it just enough to create a new monstrous form. The result isn't the castle head, it's Fury Bowser, a transformation born from cosmic paint, Wonder Flower chaos, and Bowser's overwhelming rage, becoming his most powerful form ever. If you remember what happened in Bowser's Fury, Bowser Jr. painted Bowser's face while he was napping as a prank. The paint mixed with Bowser's rage, and that's what caused him to become Fury Bowser. Nintendo is trying to tell us that paint will be important in this movie. It seems to be Bowser's new hobby and is also Bowser Jr.'s weapon of choice. It even looks like he had a Bowser's Fury themed painting here. They're also trying to tell us Bowser still has anger issues. Once Bowser transforms, it becomes a final battle for the cosmos. Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, Rosalina, Peach, Toad, and Daisy all join forces to face the father and son duo for the fate of the universe. The fight is so destructive and chaotic that it ultimately requires the help of the Lumas. In a heartbreaking moment, the Lumas sacrifice themselves, restoring balance to the universe. Do I believe it will be a full universal reset like in the games? No. I think the Lumas will simply stop the calamity and everything will return to normal. After the universe is saved, the heroes find Egad along with a few other prisoners who were captured. When Egad returns to his lab, he tells Luigi that he'll keep in touch, hinting at a Luigi's Mansion movie down the line. Now, I know I just went over a lot, and you're probably thinking, what is this guy smoking and where can I get it? And honestly, I could be completely wrong. The brush could have been created by Kamek or by one of the Koopa Clan's weapon makers and simply handed to Bowser Jr. And the cosmic paint could simply just be a mix of all the regular paint from Sunshine, all combined to form the black chaos paint seen in Bowser's Fury. Professor Egad probably won't be in this movie, but man, I would love it if he was. Even if it was just a small role that helps lay the groundwork for a Luigi's Mansion movie. While I'm 50-50 on Professor Egad showing up, I am 100% confident that Fury Bowser is going to be Bowser's final form in this movie. And come on, just imagine it. Wonder Bowser Jr. and Fury Bowser facing off against Mario and his friends in a battle for the universe? You can't tell me that wouldn't be amazingly cinematic. But what do you think? Will the cosmic paint transform Bowser into Fury Bowser? Was the brush really created by Professor Egad? Will the universe reset like the games? Or do you have another idea about how all of this could fit into the story? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned, because I am nowhere near done with these theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.